Tangled Morning. Audio by Paper to Audio. Tangled Morning. Lena woke up to the gentle hum of her alarm clock, the same one that had interrupted countless mornings over the past year. She stretched languidly and glanced at her calendar, noting the date with a sense of weary resignation. It was the day before the annual company retreat, yet another event she would have preferred to avoid. Lena's apartment was a cozy mix of eclectic furniture and personal artifacts, but today it seemed suffocating. The sun peeked through her blinds, casting golden light on her desk where an unopened laptop lay, collecting dust. She had been avoiding work all morning, instead letting herself get lost in a stream of social media notifications. Her phone buzzed with an incoming message from her colleague, Mike. "Hey, Lena, ready for the retreat this weekend. Can't wait to catch up." Lena sighed and typed out a quick reply. "Can't say I'm looking forward to it." She saved the message and stared at her coffee cup, now lukewarm. Her mind wandered back to last year's retreat when she had been forced to confront Mike's rudeness publicly. The memory was still fresh, and the tension between them lingered like a constant background noise. The weekend arrived with a flurry of pre-retreat emails and reminders. Lena decided to take a walk in the park before heading out. The crisp autumn air felt invigorating against her cheeks as she strolled along the path, marveling at the vibrant colors of the leaves. As she approached a small clearing, she noticed a man sitting on a bench, engrossed in his phone. His presence was oddly familiar, but Lena couldn't quite place him. She stopped for a moment and simply observed, her own phone buzzing with another work-related notification. The man looked up, noticing her gaze. He smiled warmly and said, "Good morning, I didn't expect to see you here." Lena felt a strange sense of comfort in his smile. "Morning," she replied hesitantly. They chatted about the weather and local events for a few minutes before Lena excused herself, feeling more at ease than she had in days. As she walked back to her car, she couldn't shake off the feeling that this encounter held some significance, though she couldn't quite understand why. The retreat was hosted in an old, renovated barn on a sprawling estate. Lena found herself seated next to Mike at breakfast. The air was thick with tension as everyone munched their pancakes in silence. "Hey," Mike said, breaking the awkwardness. "Thanks for coming." Lena nodded, but didn't respond. Mike continued, "I know we had our differences last year. Maybe we can talk about it now." The words hung in the air, heavy and unspoken. Lena's heart pounded as she considered his invitation. Over breakfast, the group engaged in a series of team-building exercises, but Lena found herself retreating into her own thoughts. She sat alone for most of the day, contemplating her interactions with Mike and others around her. During one of the sessions, they were asked to reflect on their relationships and identify any unresolved conflicts. As she closed her eyes, the image of the man in the park flashed before her mind's eye. She remembered his warm smile and felt a stirring within herself. Lena opened her eyes and took a deep breath. She decided to confront Mike during lunch break. As they stepped outside into the fresh air, Lena gathered her courage and spoke. "Mike, I've been thinking about what you said at breakfast. There is something that's been bothering me." Mike looked surprised, but listened intently. "I'm sorry if my behavior last year was off-putting," she began, her voice steady. "It wasn't intentional. We all make mistakes, and it would be great to have a fresh start together." There was a moment of silence as Mike processed her words. Then he nodded slowly. "Thank you for bringing this up. I should have been more considerate too." They shook hands, the tension easing between them. Over the next few days, Lena found herself interacting with colleagues differently. She was more patient and open to listening than she had been before. Her interactions became less confrontational, and even small acts of kindness from her coworkers seemed to resonate deeply within her. On the final evening, as everyone gathered for a reflective session, Lena noticed Mike standing by the window, looking thoughtful. He turned towards her and smiled again, his eyes holding an understanding she hadn't seen before. Lena felt a warmth spread through her chest. She walked over and placed a hand on his shoulder. "You've been a good friend," she said softly. Mike's face lit up with genuine gratitude. "And you too," he replied. As the retreat drew to a close, Lena realized that the journey of forgiveness was more subtle than she had imagined. The echoes of her interactions reverberated through her days and nights, leaving her feeling lighter and more connected to those around her. Back home, Lena felt a sense of renewal as she unpacked her suitcase. She realized that the small changes in her demeanor, her patience, empathy, and openness, had made a significant impact on both her personal and professional life. That evening, she sat by her desk, laptop open to a blank document. With renewed purpose, she began typing. Today, I chose forgiveness over resentment. The echoes of forgotten smiles resonate in my heart, reminding me that we all have the power to change. She saved the document, feeling a profound sense of peace. As she drifted off to sleep, Lena knew that this was just the beginning of her journey towards a more compassionate and understanding life. You have reached the end of the text.